Hi, today is Tuesday, August 21st, 2012. We are interviewing Michele Tigelaar. She is the Junior League of Albuquerque's president. That's what we need. Did you always want to be the president of the Junior League of Albuquerque?
Never.
Never?
So I'm really glad I'm liking it.
And how did you get into this current role of yours?
I have no idea.
Or no one will be in the corners.
Well, is there a time since you've been in the league where you've been under the leadership of a president where you felt like, wow, now that you're the president, you would want to kind of go back in memory and think that person was a great mentor and you're drawing off of that experience with that former president?
Absolutely. I'm like a sponge, so watch out, past presidents, because I will latch onto you and make you go to coffee with me and fill me in on your years and all the tricks and tips that you learned. But all in seriousness, Erin Young was probably my first inspiration. She's a past president, and she was very witty and observant at the same time. People enjoyed being around her. She's a lot of fun, but she was very sharp, very smart about moving the league forward, and very sharp about what was important about the league. I also enjoyed learning a lot from Nicole Cluskey, our immediate past president. Nicole pushed us in a lot of ways and didn't just focus on one council, but really wanted to see the league be great across all councils, and I applaud her for that. And Courtney Jackson. Courtney Jackson is one of my sustainer advisors. She's past president. Very good at people relations. She gave me the advice that the league is all about managing personalities and putting personalities together that will work well and move the league forward.
Fantastic. Do you feel that being the president for 1 year is really enough time, though, to get your vision across?
I think that it isn't.
What would be the ideal length of term?
But a lot of leagues do have board members serve on the board for 2 years.
Okay.
So,
is that something that you think would change in the Junior League of Albuquerque in the future? Is that something you might pioneer, possibly?
no, right now what we've got set up is we have members at large
Okay.
on a council, and then if all goes well, they step up as VPs. Hey, Avery. Avery. Sit on my lap. Look at her.
Hi, Avery. Welcome to the Junior League of Albuquerque's interview here with the president, aka your mother. We have some future junior leaguers here ourselves.
Who is it?
It's you guys, Avery and Madison, right?
And Chloe.
And Chloe.
Yes.
I'm gonna go get Chloe.
When you were president-elect, what type of responsibilities did you have, and how did that help you transition into now being president?
President-elect is a great year for sitting back and learning who your members at large are, because they will step up into VP positions, and building good relationships with them, as well as if you are weak or have not touched on any of the councils, like if you've only sat on 1 or 2 councils, it's a great year to make sure you learn more about any council that you have been involved with in the past. There are also more fundraising responsibilities for President-elect and the President, and so we'll learn about that.
That's fantastic. Do you mind explaining to our viewers and our readers of our blog what your specific vision for the Junior League is this year?
So I am big on mission-based leadership. Everything will stem from the mission, and it will help members understand the value of being in the Junior League and their experiences in the Junior League, and help focus their efforts so they can be more successful in what they want to accomplish if they are grounded in our mission.
And how do you plan on kind of bringing that to fruition?
So, the league is evolving a little bit, just like Modern Woman kind of has a different pace to her schedule than say 50 years ago, and is juggling multiple priorities, all wonderful priorities, but juggling multiple priorities. The league needs to evolve to be able to complement women's lives. So I have eliminated some general meetings out of the calendar. We won't have a meeting unless members are going to get a lot of value out of it. So every single meeting focuses on a portion of the mission.
This is where we're gonna do the meeting.
Mm-hmm. And with that, that means a lot of times when you come to a general membership meeting, you will get one of your requirements completed, whether it's training or learning about community impact. It will be blended into the general meeting. So not just an information dump. Just like in our careers, nobody wants to go to a meeting for an information dump. We can get an email for that. If I'm going to bring all of the members together for a general membership meeting, it will be for a valuable reason.
Wow. Well, I think that is absolutely fascinating and great, and all the career women in the league and mothers, of course, will be very happy to hear
And
that.
all the single ladies.
And all the single ladies who have time to
Okay,
do
so I
things.
just showed you how dorky I am.
No, you're showing your great personality
Okay.
for all of our viewers, and they're gonna love it.
Okay.
Why do you think the Junior League has been an important part of women's history? Other than all the wonderful answers you've already given us.
Well, I think that women's organizations are really great for us because they, hang on just a second. Go see a medicine. Women's organizations, I think, are really important because I feel like in my own life, I've gone through lots of different life transitions, and in each of those cases, I've really reached out to women to help me understand and navigate them. So a women's organization is just as relevant today as it was 50 years ago, and they help us to practice our skills and to support each other in a safe environment where we can grow our confidence and feel more comfortable making a difference in the communities where we live and raise our families.
I agree. What a great answer. Well, you've pretty much answered this question, but since it is a question, I need to ask it. Do you see the Junior League evolving into the future even further than what you've already discussed? And if so, how? And it can be the Junior League as a whole and also the Junior League of Albuquerque as well. Where do you really see us all going?
So I think this is one of the most exciting times in Junior League's history, just because with technology and we are more hyper-connected than we ever were, and we can reach out to other leagues across the nation and even outside of our own country to see how they are making a difference and to learn instantaneously what other leagues feel are important issues to women and to our country and to our community. And JLA has really stepped forward and intends the Junior League to be the preeminent training organization for women. They're rolling out online training modules that women in the Junior League will be able to access, and they are rolling out training assessments so you can see that you might be strong in fundraising or weak in organizational leadership. And they will put you on a training plan to improve your skills with that.
I'm so glad I asked that question. One, I received a completely fascinating answer, and you just really took it to the next level. And what I really just want to add to this and have it in the interview is one thing I love about the league is the league tends to train you where you're weak and not so much to stick you where you're strong. And you just kind of talked a little bit about that, but will you elaborate on how the league really does help women branch out, like you said, and build that confidence? And why doesn't the league do that instead of, we maybe would earn more money or do more things if we just got everyone really strong?
Well, the league's mission is about promoting volunteerism and developing the potential of women. And so we want you to be a completely skilled volunteer. And it's, with anyone, with your children, with your employees, with your friends, you're going to pull them out of their shells and make them grow. We only live once, so we might as well get as good as we can get at all of the gifts we've been given. And I think that it also teaches us to become more comfortable at doing things that we're not comfortable doing.
I love it. I would say that is such a great reason to join the league in itself. Okay, here are some questions through our blog. Some are from members, some are from anonymous.
Okay.
And we picked the ones that weren't already included in our interview.
Okay.
So give us your just true feelings on this. It's really great. They really want to know from you. Who inspired you to give back to the community?
Oh, this question is like so hard. I think that it would be from a very, very young age. I came from a struggling family, broken family, and so as a child, I just knew that there were wonderful people, wonderful families out there that still needed a little help. And I remember hearing of nonprofits like the United Way and thinking, that is so wonderful that there are places like that to help people like me and my family to get back on our feet. And so from a silly little girl, I was very Pollyanna and wanted to work at a nonprofit and help people.
Wow. Looks like we picked a good president. Okay, the next question from one of our blog readers is, what advice do you have for parents hoping to inspire their kids to give back?
I would say that you want to pay attention to the ages of your children, because a teenager can really sympathize and put themselves in another person's shoes or position, whereas elementary age children can't really do that. So you can't expect them to truly understand, if you take them to a soup kitchen, you can't expect them to truly understand the plight of those that they're serving, but you can start with baby steps with younger children and teaching them to, if they buy something for themselves, would they like to buy something for someone else? Whereas adolescents and teenagers, you can take that to the next level.
Well, you have 3 daughters with you who are our wonderful guests today.
Yeah, they keep popping
You
in and
want to
out.
wave at our camera? Chloe? Your other 2 sisters did.
Yeah.
Do you feel that your daughters are going to follow into your footsteps when it comes to giving back and participating in the community?